Now, before we get into what this podcast is going to give you, let's talk about what actually a hero really is. Now, Joseph Campbell was one of the greatest researchers in this field, and he wrote a book called A Hero with a Thousand Faces. Now, his research is based on myth. That means that every single hero in the past has been created from a myth, a story, or a kind of mythology and narrative from that culture. And what he discovered is that basically all those heroes that were made up had one story in common. And that story begins with, you are human. There is something to change your perspective or call you to action. So a hero is called to action, whether it's something that is an intervention, perhaps, where something happens to their family, something threatens their life, something they have to do to save someone or something in a certain time period is a call to action, but also it could be something internally within you where you have a sense of adventure that you need to explore outside of where you are now, right? When that call to action happens, a lot of potential heroes refuse the call of action because they're scared. They don't know what to do, they just know they have to do something. So they freeze in fear before they take the action that they need to take. Now, the more times that happen, what happens is someone appears that is personified as a guide or a mentor, which gives you kind of like help and advice of what you need to do next to rise to that call to action and actually fulfill that journey of what you need to do. Now, this person could be someone that is older, wiser, but most importantly has actually done what you want to achieve. So a guide appears, gives you a plan, and then you step from the ordinary, we call it the comfort zone, into the extraordinary or the complete not comfort zone where you're uncomfortable because everything you do outside of the ordinary is something you've never done before, so you don't know how to do it. And this is called the extraordinary. So the guide gives you the roadmap, and when you start going to that extraordinary territory, you have to learn new skills. Internally, you have to learn how to be stronger. You have to learn to push against resistance. You have to learn to push against adversity. You have to learn how not to give up. That's the internal strength you need as a hero. But also you need to use tools to be able to battle your way, whether it's a physical battle or whether it's a mental battle. But you need tools to go through that. And once you have kind of got to a stage where you've learned to be stronger internally and you've learned a few tools, what happens is you master a level that you've never mastered before, and your comfort zone expands because you've mastered it. So now you are starting to become that hero. And the call to action takes you to a place which is your ultimate goal. And there are many battles and there are many adversities on the way, but eventually you will prevail as a hero. You will conquer the villain or the adversity or the problem. And then once you've achieved all of that, you're going to return back to your life. However, you're now equipped with more knowledge, more wisdom, but most importantly, more internal strength. So you can go on in life and accelerate faster because you've got new skills that you've learned and mastered on this heroic journey. Now, there are two journeys the hero has. There is the journey of achievement and there's the journey of transformation. So when people see you, or mostly on social media, they will see your life. They will see what you've achieved. They will see your job, your career, your vocation, your business, whatever you do. And they will see that you're posting content about your life, about what you've done, what you're doing, and things like that. But what people do not see is they don't see the journey of transformation of what you are becoming internally that's helping you grow to a new level. People don't really see that unless it's manifested by your actions on the outside. And the most important journey is the journey of transformation. So we have these mythical heroes that have this similar journey. And in real life, we have to understand it's not quite the same as it is in that mythological world. In real life, real bad things happen to you. You have trauma, You can be sexually abused, you can lose a limb, you can have a disease, you can lose all your money, someone can steal all your property, right? Someone can beat you up. Lots of things happen in real life that you don't expect. So a hero is somebody that appears when the adversity is there in front of you. And a true hero is someone that says, I can do something about this. I can learn how to overcome this. But in real life, when we're faced with extreme adversity, most of us are overwhelmed. We don't have that guide to guide us. We don't have that person to show us what to do next. And a lot of the time, because we don't have that help, a lot of people give up and they live a very small life because they decided they didn't have that extra strength to become that hero. And this podcast is about giving you that strength mentally, internally, and to inspire you to take those actions that you need to take in order to conquer those demons and overcome all those adversities that you've overcome. And in the next few weeks and coming months, we're going to be talking about how you're going to get over those adversities. We're going to be bringing on guests that have had extremely bad things happen to them, yet they've risen above it and they have become a better person. They've grown. They've dealt with it. You know, I've got people coming on the show that have been completely drug addicts, where they were normal, beautiful human beings, lost all the weight, taking drugs all the time, and that close to death, and turned it all around and became an amazing role model for other people. And see, a lot of people think, well, you know, that's not a fair story to tell, that's not a true hero. But actually, heroes are people that have had bad things happen to them, but decide to turn it around. And those people are the most important people in our lives, because there are other people out there that are drug addicts, that are in bad places and don't have role models, but most importantly, don't have people they can relate to that have been where they've been and actually got out of that situation. I'll be having people on this show that have come from nothing at all, but decided they wanted something better than what they had in their life and what their family had. I'll be talking to the winner of The Apprentice very soon. I'll be talking to a very famous, down-to-earth man that became the most famous car transformation guy in the world. We're talking to ordinary people that decided to change their life, but they understood that only they could do it by becoming that hero.